We're going to be celebrating Valentine's Day today.
Oh my god! And we drove them home.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another vlog. It's actually been over a week since I last vlogged, which is crazy. But I've had a really quiet, boring week. I've been doing a lot of wedding planning, and it's not really easy to like vlog stuff like that, because by wedding planning, I mean I've been sitting at my computer for most of the week emailing people, and that's not very exciting to watch in a vlog. So I thought I'd pick up the camera today. It is Friday, and Ben actually has a day off work. He's just out at the moment picking up some more coffee beans and some stuff for breakfast. But we're going to be celebrating Valentine's Day today, which is like 2 days early, because Valentine's Day is actually on Sunday, but we have his brother and my sister-in-law's engagement party on Saturday, and I feel like we're gonna wake up with some sore heads on Sunday, so we're gonna make the most of it and celebrate our Valentine's Day today instead. So first things first, I am going to do some face rolling. Oh my god, that's so cold. I've just pulled this out of the fridge. I'm not really good at this. Like, I'm still learning about which directions to go in, but I've been waking up with a super puffy face recently, so I really like to go in and do this first thing in the morning. I also did a fake tan last night. My hands went really dark. I use the new Bondi Sands Pure fake tan, and it doesn't have a guide color, so that was like a little bit difficult. And I also used the sleeping mask too, so I don't usually tan my face, but I decided to try that out. So it's weird looking at myself in the viewfinder right now with a tanned face, because usually I don't put anything on my face. Oh my gosh, this already feels so much nicer. Pretty sure Ben just got home as well. That feels so much better already. Wow. So these are mine and Ben's favorite coffee beans. We get them from a little cafe near our house. I'm pretty sure they're an Australian company and based in Brisbane. I could be wrong, but they also do like, I think they have a brewery somewhere. They do like a range of beers as well. But yeah, we've tried a few different brands of coffee beans, and these are our go-to. Much later in the day, and I spent the morning just doing some sponsored content for a brand, and Ben and I have just sat down and answered our celebrant questionnaire, I guess that's what you'd call it. I saw Casey Broom do this with her partner or fiance Brandon, and it's such a cute idea because it's like good for our memory's sake, but I don't know, it kind of means that you guys get to know us a little bit more too, because the purpose of this is so that our celebrant can get to know us as a couple a lot better, because right now like we're literally just strangers to him. So he's asked us a bunch of questions about like how we met, when we first met, our relationship together, and I thought I would quickly go through them and share our responses with you guys in case you want to get to know us. We literally just sat down and filmed us doing the answers to everything, and it took an hour and a half. So I'm not going to put you through that. That would be so boring. Instead, we're going to sit here and read out
They can't even see
our answers. I have my MacBook. I mean, not my MacBook, my iMac here. This is it. This is what we have in front of us. Okay. When and where did you first lay eyes on your partner? This is from Ben's point of view, by the way. Okay, so at the start of 2011, we first met at a house party. Jesus. Oh my god.
Stop looking.
I can't watch Ben type. It literally drives me insane.
Read your sentences. Just go through them and read them again.
At the start of 2011, I was 17. Was when we officially went. But then,
We were officially introduced to each other at a house party in 2000, at the start of 2011. We were both 17.
we was.
Oh my god!
We were 17.
You ended up walking up to me drunk and going, "You've got big lips."
Nailing the fish, as it were.
Wow, what a great first impression. Pretty sure the first 5 times we saw each other, you were just so drunk because it was the only way you would talk. You just needed some liquid confidence for your personality to come out.
You can be quite intimidating.
I don't think I am. You've even said down here that I make people feel really comfortable. And now you're saying I'm intimidating.
Not when you think you're a supermodel.
Oh, this is so frustrating!
Ooh, I missed one. Capital
What?
R.
Somehow I managed to approach her.
Approaching? So close.
Approach.
You're not helping this situation much, I think. You're just building pressure.
6 hours later.
So the question is, where and when did you first lay eyes on your partner? And Ben's answer is, I think I first saw a picture of Erin online and thought she was some supermodel. We were officially introduced to each other at a house party at the beginning of 2011. We were 17. Somehow I managed to approach her and nailed my introduction. I touched her on the lips and mentioned how big they were. I ended up passing out in the back of my friend's car while he drove her home. Right, on to the next. What were your initial thoughts? Big lips. It's true. Why are you so obsessed with my mouth?
Well, it's definitely you, right?
Yeah. Pretty mouth.
Yeah. Easy.
Easy I was.
Yeah.
No, gotta go back. Surprised.
So. Hey.
Yeah, because you were drunk. You were
Underage?
literally...
No way.
Yes, you were drunk
17,
underage.
come on.
You were drunk the first 5 times that we hung out. So Ben's saying his initial thoughts were pretty mouth and eyes. And then he was surprised at how comfortable he felt around me. I don't think you were comfortable. I think you had liquid confidence. Thanks to alcohol.
But you were.
Thanks to the UDLs and blue vodka cruises.
You were pretty chilled out for a person who's just been touched on the face.
She was quite calm for someone who had just been touched on the face by a stranger. Pretty mouth and eyes, then was surprised at how comfortable I felt around her. She was quite calm for someone who'd just been touched on the face by a stranger. Maybe I did have a chance. I think you need to say the alcohol thing. It was funny. How did you ask to go on your first date and where was it? We never really had a first date. The first few times we hung out were at house parties or in group settings. A few months later though, we went to the movies and saw Transformers. The next one is, what were you thinking during your first date and how long was it until you got serious? And he said, can't remember because it was so long ago. I remember enjoying myself. Erin was probably asking me a bunch of questions throughout the movie like she always does. I decided to make the relationship official about 3 months later at my 18th birthday party when I asked her to be my girlfriend. We took a snacks break because we've been sitting here for so long doing this. We got hungry. And we've got the next bar, apple cider, watermelon raspberry drinks. Well, we finished that one, didn't we? Okay, what was the first thing you bought together? We just said we went on a cruise together about 6 months into dating. Because technically that's the first thing we spent money on together. How long have you two been together? Our 10-year anniversary is the day of our wedding. How did you / your partner propose and did it go to plan? Ben has said, on a camping trip with friends, I had a rough plan to propose in front of our closest friends. I wanted to make sure she had absolutely no idea I was even thinking about it. I had been secretly saving for a year or so and also avoided any talk about everything commitment related. The plan worked. Erin had no idea, which made it very special. She said yes, so it did go to plan. Next one is describe your partner in under 10 words. So Ben's describing me at the moment. By the way, I have to go through and answer all the exact same questions after this. So like this isn't just a one-sided thing. He'll get gassed up in a second too. Describe your partner in under 10 words. He said gorgeous, funny, empathetic, spontaneous, chatty, emotional, loves animals, caring, and loyal. Why do you love them so much, and what does marriage mean to you? Are you happy with that answer? He said, she's my best friend, easy to be around, and ticks a lot of boxes. Marriage means I get to lock in the one I love forever and create a dream life together. That's cute. Your favorite night together includes... I had to tell him to keep this one PG. Your favorite night together includes an early start to the night so that Erin doesn't fall asleep too early, board games, and enough good food and drinks to feel pregnant before bed with the aircon on. That's Ben's ideal night.
With you.
With me.
A bit different than the boys.
One quirky, cool, strange thing I especially love about them is... His answer was her ability to talk to anyone and instantly make them feel comfortable. That's cute. They make me laugh when 24/7. I'm just hilarious constantly, is what he wanted to write. His answer is when she does things without thinking about what will happen next and gets herself into funny situations. I feel like that has to come along with a story time.
You think about nothing's next.
I think I'm an overthinker.
Not with physical things.
It's not with things that need to be thought about. In 10 years' time, together, we will be living on the beach with kids and old Cooper, hopefully. What if you keep feeding him crap? Finish this sentence. I love my partner so much because it's like she was made just for me. I think humans have more than one soulmate out there, don't they?
Do they? Please upgrade.
I can't live without them because Ben said, she's the reason I wake up every day and try to do better. No one could replace her. I'm acting like I've never read these. I have. But that's cute. It's really romantic. Where did you grow up, and describe your life before you met your partner? Ben said, I grew up in the UK. Our family decided to move to Australia in 2007. Without that move, my life would be very different. Erin and her family have opened a whole new world to me, from food and drinks to culture and lifestyle. If I'd never met them, I'd still be eating my mum's delicious meals. It's like a joke in Ben's family. His mum can't cook. And she knows she can't. She's the first to admit it. Now that you're about to spend forever together, what are you looking forward to the most? He said growing a family and building our lives and careers together. Happy with it all?
Yeah.
We got there. Submit. Alright, now it's my turn. This is going to be a lot quicker. Okay, where and when did you first lay eyes on your partner? I went with my friend Kevin.
Behind the bushes with my binocular.
To one of Ben's volleyball tournaments. He was on the court playing when we rocked up. Kev told me he had a girlfriend, but for some reason I was still very interested in him. I don't think he remembers seeing me there that day. What were your initial thoughts? I thought he was really cute and had a very humble, sweet person. Siri, I'm not talking to you. I thought he was really cute and had a very humble, sweet personality, even though I'd never met him or spoken a word to him. I liked the way he carried himself on the court, and he just intrigued me. How did you ask to go on your first date, and where was it? I can't remember who asked, although I wouldn't be surprised if it was me because I can be quite pushy.
Confirmed.
We had met a few times at house parties and in group environments, and I started putting in way more effort to be noticed by him once I found out he had broken up with his girlfriend at the time. Once I found out he and his girlfriend had broken up, I tried everything I possibly could to get on his radar. It's true. That sounds so bad, but I did. It's making myself sound desperate. Haha. Once I found out he and his girlfriend had broken up, I tried everything possible to get on his radar. My friend Kev and I invited him to a bunch of house parties where we started talking and flirting. Most of the flirting happened over Facebook, and eventually we somehow organised a movie date to see Transformers. I can't remember who organised it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was me. He was a tough one to reel in. Where was your first date? Our first date was at the movies, and it took him what felt like years to ask me to be his girlfriend. I think our first date happened in March, and he asked me to be his girlfriend at the end of July. Lucky I'm patient.
You're not patient.
Okay, first thing we bought together, I can't really remember. We did a couple's photo shoot together, and we bought some prints from that. I think that might have been the first thing. I don't know.
I just remember not.
How long have you two been together? It's our 10-year anniversary on our wedding day. Cute! How did your partner propose, and did it go to plan? He completely surprised me. I was getting very impatient after 8.5 years of being together, and I thought hadn't even crossed his mind. Surprised me at a camping trip with friends and proposed with the exact ring I wanted. Biggest shock. Biggest shock of my life. Alright, this is where it gets difficult. Describe your partner in under 15 words. Quirky. Possessive.
Yeah.
Possessive sounds negative, but like, you know what I mean? Quirky, possessive, trustworthy, loyal, kind, selfless, loving, humble. You're very humble. Quirky, possessive, trustworthy, loyal, kind, selfless, humble, generous, family, man. Oh, you're competitive. So competitive.
2 hours later.
Quirky, possessive, trustworthy, loyal, kind, selfless, humble, generous, competitive, and energetic. Oh, competitive, energetic, and a family man. Why do you love them so much, and what does marriage mean to you? Are you right? We're not in the middle of something or anything. Why do you love them so much? Because he has always made me feel like a princess, and I've never had to question his loyalty. He makes me laugh. He's always made me feel like a princess, and I've never had to question his loyalty. He makes me laugh and has always believed in me. To me, marriage means committing to my best friend for eternity, and creating our dream
So it was like
life.
a mortgage, like 30 years ago.
Always growing together and learning together. Oh, cute! That's so sweet.
Next.
Your favourite night together includes yummy food. We love to go out and eat
Cooper,
at restaurants.
what are you doing?
Together. Usually an early night is best because I can't stay awake past 9 p.m. And if there's board games involved, I'm a happy gal. One quirky, cool, strange thing I especially love about them is
Oh, this is an easy one.
he is unapologetically himself 24. No matter how weird he is, he doesn't change. It makes me laugh when... That's hard. It's not often. I'm the funny one in the relationship. He makes me laugh when he
Ready?
is usually paying me out or
Give me the ball.
making jokes at my expense. He loves to scare me and keep me on edge at all times. He usually makes me laugh at my own expense, always pulling me up on things and seeing the funny side. It's not very often that he's being serious, so I'm usually always laughing. In 10 years' time together, we will be living in our dream home, hopefully on the beach,
Hey, that's mine.
with
Don't have that.
2 or 3 kids and a pool in the backyard for endless fun. I love my partner because he's always encouraging me to see life with a glass half full perspective. He has taught me to be more patient. He's always encouraging me to see life with a glass half full perspective. He's taught me to be more patient and always challenges my way of thinking.
Hey,
We've grown so much together, not to love and appreciate him for everything he's
come here.
done for me. Can't live without him because who would mow my lawns?
Not you.
I'd be lost without him. Life just doesn't feel complete when he's not there. Where did you grow up and what was life like before you met your partner? I grew up in Brisbane with a big group of friends.
Big.
Popular. I don't know, what do I say? My life was not that different before I met you. Meeting Ben and his family definitely introduced me to a different family perspective. The rough affection between 4 boys at the house was a huge eye-opener. I had to learn to love being poked in the side of the rib cage constantly by his 14-year-old brother, while also being treated like an absolute princess by his parents, always offering me chocolate and tea at least 10 times per visit. Yeah. Perfect! Took the words right out of my mouth. Now that you're about to spend forever together, what are you looking forward to the most? Growing our family, experiencing parenthood and the challenges that come with it, all while creating our dream life and kicking goals! Done! How do you think I felt? That was not as long as it took you. Alright, I'm clicking submit. My gosh, that took so long. Done. Hopefully that was somewhat interesting for you guys. That was about 3 hours for us. That's how long it took us. So hopefully the cut down edited version was exciting and interesting for you. I think we're gonna go for a bike ride to try and close our exercise rings today. How many minutes of exercise do you have to do?
29.
I have mine set to 40.
Oh, don't worry. What's mine?
I don't know. It's whatever you set it to. Anyways, we're gonna go for a bike ride and try and close our rings. Okay, I'm changed into my activewear. I'm ready for the bike ride. I think Ben is just out here mounting. Is it working?
I think it'll work.
He's trying to mount the GoPro onto our bikes so that we can bring the GoPro to get footage for you guys. I'm going full fitness influencer here. We've started going for bike rides recently. Ben bought me a bike for my birthday a couple of years ago, and then just with his injuries and stuff, we stopped using them. So literally like Sunday last week, 5 days ago, we started bike riding again, and we've pretty much been for a bike ride every day since. It's just like a really fun, easy way to get outside and close our exercise rings. So yeah, hopefully we can get the GoPro sorted and you guys can come along with us. I just quickly got changed into some normal clothes. Ben had a quick shower and we are going to head to the dog beach and maybe grab some fish and chips and have a little picnic on the grass. Hopefully, do you know if it's going to be windy?
It wasn't too windy on the bike, so.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too windy down near the water. It can get a bit crazy, but
Southerly winds, could be alright.
I don't know what southerly winds means. Fingers crossed. I also don't know how well that GoPro footage turned out, so may or may not use it, but it was a good bike ride anyway. Must wee on everything before we actually make it down to the beach. Had about 3 or 4 people ask us what breed Coop is just then, and we always get asked. I get asked by you guys constantly in my DMs, but we don't actually know. We think, well, we were told he was a Jack Russell Cross Mini Foxy, but we think he has a different breed in him. We're really not convinced that that is like his breed, so I really want to do a DNA test and get like the final answer. I just don't really know how to go about it. Like, do we go to the vet and get it done? I've heard that can be really expensive. I've heard you can get like tests online, like little kits online. Maybe we do that. I don't know, but I really want to know for sure because I'm sick of people asking me and not being able to give them like a proper answer. He loves that so much. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Alright, so we've just come to a little spot in Cleveland. I think it's called Dumplings Huang. I don't know if I've said that right, but I've actually picked up a bunch of Uber deliveries from this place before and it always looks so good. So I wanted to try it and I think that's where we're going to go for dinner. They've got a few tables out the front that I just saw when we drove past. So hopefully they don't mind us having Coop and we can sit down with him on the leash because I'm ready for some yummy food. Okay, so we're back home. Food, home. The food was really, really good. Like, it lived up to my expectations. I now have a food baby and a sore stomach.
Perfect night.
Pardon?
Perfect night.
Perfect night. That's our definition of a perfect night. Good food, home early.
Good drink.
It's 8 p.m. Good drinks. I had a bubble tea. And now I've got a food baby. We had a very eventful end to the dinner. There was an elderly couple sitting at the taxi rank right next to the restaurant that we were at. And they were there for basically as long as we were. I think we were there for maybe like an hour altogether, maybe a little bit longer. And they were there the entire time just waiting for a taxi. So that was like worrying me, and I went over and asked them if they were okay or if they needed any help, and they said that they had called for a taxi, but it was just taking ages to get to them. It was like dark. They both had walking sticks. Like, they didn't have a lot of mobility. Do you reckon they were like 80, Ben? Yeah, they were quite old. And so we called the taxi rank ourselves, and they said that they'd put them on the priority list. And even then, like another 10 or 15 minutes later, no taxis arrived. So we offered to drive them home. And we did. We drove them home. The poor things couldn't, like, apparently he had a really bad fall like a week earlier and has been told by the doctor that he's no longer allowed to drive. So they'd just gone out on a little date night together to get fish and chips and were waiting for literally an hour for the taxi. And I just couldn't have left knowing that they were still sitting there waiting. Like, I either would have sat there and waited to make sure that they got into a taxi, or yeah, offered to drive them home, which we did. So it's just like worrying because they could barely even get into the cars easily. Like, we had to help them into the cars. And I just feel like a taxi driver wouldn't really go to that effort to help them. So anyways, that was our little good deed for the day / week. I'm not really like, I don't like talking about this stuff because I don't want you to think that I'm like gloating about doing something good. But I think it's just like a good little reminder to offer help when you feel like it's necessary, especially for the elderly. Like, if that was my grandparents, I would hope that someone would do that for them. So yeah, it's always good to pay it forward. Both Ben and I haven't closed our rings on our Apple Watches yet, so it's time for him to lose in ping pong. I'm currently the reigning champion.
Took me down to where I've been lately. Yeah, her love can make a person hazy. Praying she won't break me down, 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 down. She makes me crazy. Never promise anything, but maybe I let her do anything, let her play me. She makes me go another round.
And a chicken dinner. 3 out of 3. Easy.
Yeah, for me.
Ben won. I gave him a run for his money though. I wasn't playing my best. I got a full tummy, and I'm gonna stick to that excuse. But my exercise ring closed, which is the main thing, and I'm very, very close to closing my move and my stand. So mission accomplished. But I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Something a little bit different. Just more of like a casual chill at home with Ben and I kind of vlog. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Become a part of the vlog fam, and I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you lots and lots and lots. Give it a thumbs up just for this face. Look at it. Look at it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.